Australian boat race is Australia's oldest sporting rivalry between two great universities, Sydney and Melbourne, and a rivalry built on 150 years of tradition. Today, Sydney Harbour plays host to this iconic rowing regatta, staged between the University of Sydney and University of Melbourne. First up, it's the men's race. Headed by stroke Fergus Pragnell, the University of Sydney crew have a good balance between youth and experience and will be looking to avenge last year's narrow loss, putting their home advantage to good use. Coxed by Samantha Sloss, the University of Melbourne crew present a formidable lineup. David Crawshay is an Olympic gold medalist. The crew will surrender a 32-kilo weight advantage to the heavier Sydney crew.
Welcome to the 2014 Australian Boat Race as we're here this morning on the iconic Sydney Harbour.
Fantastic conditions. We can see the Sydney University crew there ready to go, and the red flag drops and we have a start in the men's race. So important to get out here. Out of the starts, we can see the stroke man Fergus Pragnell for Sydney University. This is such a critical point in the race. The first couple of 100 metres, John Linky there, the stroke of the Melbourne Uni crew. It is a race to this point because these boats now level pegging as they open across the channel.
We can hear the coxswains here as they are neck and neck right now.
And the water's starting to chop up just a little bit, starting to get a bit more difficult here. You can see the splashes off the blades as the rowers are trying to stay clean. It's so critical, isn't it, Marty, that you don't catch the dirty water there.
Absolutely. World-class field here from the University of Sydney, University of Melbourne, and we can see as we go to the aerial shot, University of Sydney have just taken maybe half a length here. This could be crucial at this stage.
And a really great steering call there, I think, from Will Raven. He took the wider corner.
Come back. All the ferries, all the flotilla of boats following the University of Melbourne and University of Sydney as John Linky has a look across just to see how far University of Sydney are in front. Right?
And the Sydney Uni men, wow, what a decisive move they made there around that corner, moving out to 2 lengths lead. Fergus looks so calm there in the stroke seat. Great rhythm. Look at that blade work. Just chopping them in together. No worries at all.
Good, rowing well here, boys.
Coming into the finish line, Melbourne University desperate to pull in that lead any way that they can. But the University of Sydney, they came out here for one task and one task only, and that was to win back the Australian boat race.
Reclaim that trophy as we see a beautiful shot there of Sydney's Darling Harbour. The University of Sydney getting closer as we listen to Will Raven. As they come into the line, it's the University of Sydney crossing the line, and they've done it. They have done it, maybe 2 to 3 lengths ahead of the University of Melbourne.
Absolutely shattered. Look at them, bodies curled over their oars. They put everything into it. Pride and passion on the line as they give 3 cheers for Melbourne University.
4.3 kilometres of sheer pain has turned to sheer elation for the University of Sydney. Exhilarating win by the University of Sydney in the 2014 Australian Boat Race. They've beaten the University of Melbourne and reclaimed the trophy after last year's controversial loss, as we see Captain Sasha Bolonogov raising the Edmund Barton Trophy.
Beautiful trophy there with the angel of the Melbourne Uni team and the lion from Sydney Uni.